All right, welcome back to another Culz Reviews. As usual, my name's Keegan. Joining me tonight is
Sam.
Hi, I'm Andrew. Can you hand me my drink? Thank you.
Hello.
And I'm Matt.
All right, so this brings us to Season 1, Episode 3, which is the Lubbock Lights in Lubbock, Texas. And it's kind of a good episode to kick us off again on Project Blue Book because they talk about the Roswell incident, which we were just in Roswell, so it's kind of cool. All right, so as usual, I'm going to hand this off to Sam, who's our ufologist as well as host of Weekly Abductions. Sam, can you describe to the viewers what the episode was about?
So the episode was about a boomerang-shaped craft that flew over the town of Lubbock, Texas, and it caused a series of power outages along the flight pattern that it took. And basically, a professor thought it was the local plovers that were there, but plovers are the size of quails technically, and they're far too small to cause some of those lights that he photographed on the craft. So I think he was basically trying to get his classroom back before his next class. Yeah.
Well, plus I think they're a little bit too slow to be making all those maneuvers and stuff.
Oh yeah, they were far too slow to make like how quickly the craft came and went. It did cause a series of kind of strange things. It basically kind of melted a car, kind of not fully melted, but definitely caused some weird ripples within the car, and it was, I don't know, not something a bird can do.
It looked almost like, ripples in sand on a beach, but it was the hood of a car.
Yeah.
And definitely I've not seen a bird that can do that, at least not one that's alive today. So.
No, it almost looked like a Zen guard.
Yeah.
It was like...
Yeah, it was very interesting. And those mysterious men in hats were there the other night before the incident happened, and they got into a little trouble with the local residents of
the town.
Not the town. Local residents confronted Dr. Hynek and Captain Quinn, thinking that they were the
Men in hats.
Yeah, working with the men in hats, which were there the previous night, and they thought they were commies before all the lights just broke down, and then they started shouting that the craft is returning, the aliens are returning. And then they went out into a field, which they were waiting there for a little bit, and then they saw the lights pass over, and Captain Quinn was being kind of an electrical surge in the car that was causing it to shake and flash its lights and switch gears, and the radio randomly turned on.
And Hynek got shocked when he tried to open the
the
door.
door.
Help Captain Quinn out of the car, and then they saw the lights pass over.
Yeah, so this definitely I think throws the biggest shake up for Quinn going forward, is because now how is he gonna get that out of his mind? Now he knows he saw something, and especially when he's told that it was a unspecified military craft. You could tell he did not buy that, but he said yes just to get out of that room. But at the end of the episode, you see him he has PTSD and some after effects because of it still.
I noticed that he was just he was buying it while the generals were around, but the minute they left the room, you kind of disagree with it, along with Dr. Hynek, because they know something else is going on. And it also caused another car to kind of melt. So it was very interesting. I have a question for all you viewers out there. Who do you think the man that's following Mimi is?
Now that we are 3 episodes in, I think you're already seeing both characters change their outlooks on this. Quinn definitely a lot faster than I would have expected. But obviously, given the fact he saw it, I think that helps speed it up. How do you guys think the progression of characters is going, though, so far?
Dr. Hynek is starting to believe that there's other things going on for sure, and that they're being told to hide stuff.
Yep.
I think Captain Quinn is starting to realize it, but he still doesn't believe. He definitely still doesn't believe, and just think that he can't really explain it and doesn't know how to perceive it at the moment. And so he's just kind of going with it and thinking that incident was strange, but still. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, kind of the same thing I said last time. I'm still kind of in there in the same progression that, I think they are seeing more and more that the government's trying to cover shit up and they're the puppets to cover it up.
Yep, they're starting to notice.
How about you, Andrew?
It's a great show. I'm having fun with it.
On that note, let's rate the episode. How do you guys feel about the total episode? What would you guys give it as ratings? We'll start with you, Matt.
Give it a 9. A solid 9.
Why do you give it a 9?
I thought it was very interesting. I like this one a lot.
How about you, Andrew? What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it an 8 because of the bomb shelter. I thought that was great.
The 50s bomb shelter.
I thought that was great.
That was described by us as a
shed.
Inside out shed.
Inside out shed. But they look like they were made that way because the inside had a bunch of shelves and like cubby holes, and then the outside looked like the inside. It's interesting.
Hey,
it was made out of wood.
You guys might see us in that. That might be our new hangout, the bomb shelter. We don't know what we're gonna build it quite yet, but can never be prepared enough. So Sam, what do you give the episode?
I mean, my usual 10 out of 10, just because I like the disclosure and everything about it. This episode definitely, each time I watch it, always gives me a little bit of chills. I don't know, because I've had an experience that I thought was really strange when I was younger. I was out in the hot tub with my cousin, and we saw these kind of triangle-shaped, like, what we would assume was planes.
They just got fucking ate by a coyote.
Right. That were triangle-shaped, like, planes that were flying in, like, circular patterns. But the weird thing about it is that it was, like, in groups of 3 to 4. And, like, some would, like, fly by, and then we would see another group, and then it would, like, kind of circle around. It was, I don't know really how to explain it. It was just really interesting. Yeah, I always enjoy the whole thing behind it, and also there's been many sightings of triangle-shaped crafts from New York to New Jersey to Texas
To Phoenix.
to Phoenix.
It wasn't the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah, the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like in the 90s though?
No.
What?
Oh yeah.
Because Alan saw that.
You're right. Yeah, there's been lots of sightings of triangle-shaped crafts. Not like the boomerang one with lots of lights, but there's definitely some that I've seen. There's like 3 of them in like multiple states and all over the world, and obviously they proclaim it as weather balloons, but everybody that sees it was just like, it was no weather balloon. There was a solid object there. It blocked out the stars and other things that were right there.
So with all the research that you have done, what kind of crafts are actually out there? What shapes are they?
I've heard like shield shapes, boomerang, circles, obviously your classic flying disc.
Yeah.
I've heard just kind of like orbs.
There's cigars,
just,
there's orbs.
There's underwater ones.
Yeah, there's underwater ones. They come in various shapes. There's some that disguise as clouds or look like clouds.
Yeah, like if they have like cloaking or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I kind of delved into
An
back
egg-shaped
in like
and all sorts.
2008.
There's all sorts of like sightings of different things. Some looking like strings, but that either could be because of their rapid movement or that they're made of some metal that just can like almost snake and like bend and twist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this kind of goes back to like a UFO experience I had. And it was over a couple nights where my uncle, who lives in Wheat Ridge, called us at the time we lived kind of where Sam lives. And he could see this like light dancing around the skies from him. So we went outside and we could see it as well. And we're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And so we notified like my dad, and we went to drive towards it because it was like pulsating like this, like an orange light, just pulsating. So we kind of got over the ridge to go down towards the highway, and when it pulsated in, it was gone. And then I think it was a night or two later, I think it was Colin or my dad had seen it first, but there was like almost like the boomerang shaped thing flew over our house, but it only had the 3 lights. And it was definitely just one object. Like in the video, it looked like multiple objects perhaps, but it was like a solid just boomerang with a light in the middle and 2 on the side. It was really weird.
Nice and symmetrical.
Symmetrical and quiet, no sound.
Yeah.
And it was close, like either it was close or it was big. So definitely for me, this episode was kind of cool because it reminded me of that in a way. So I would definitely probably give it like an 8, 9 out of 10.
I definitely think in the episode it was like a solid one object, not multiples.
Maybe just the lights pulsating around the object.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, we have buildings
Yeah.
that do that, so why not? If they're more advanced, like if they could get here from another planetary system, why not? Why can't their planes, ships do that, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's the government. As you can see, Matt's been taken out by the sheer shock of seeing that thing on camera. But if you want to see us do some more reviews, hopefully in the near future, click that link that's over Andrew right now. If you want to see us do some more stuff at Culz Paranormal, click the link over a little bit further than Sam, I guess. And never forget to hit that like button and give us a subscribe.
And hit that notification bell if you want to get notified on more of our videos. Make sure to switch the bell from personalized to all if you want to get updated on all of our videos. Other than that, have a good day.